Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
It finally happened, the moment fans thought they'd never see. Two generations of boxing collided in one room, face to face. On one side stood Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the undefeated legend, the architect of perfection, the man who turned boxing into a billion-dollar empire. And across from him stood Terence "Bud" Crawford, the modern-day monster, the fighter who walked through divisions, conquered Canelo Alvarez, and rewrote the definition of greatness for this era. No staged call-outs, no fantasy matchups, just pure tension, Mayweather and Crawford, eye to eye. This wasn't a typical DAZN face-off, it was a generational earthquake. The past and present of boxing, staring at each other, both fully aware, whoever walks away from this moment changes the sport forever.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah.
But to understand how we even got here, you have to rewind the timeline. For over a decade, Floyd Mayweather ruled boxing with an iron fist and a spotless record. 50 wins, 0 losses. He outsmarted Canelo, outboxed Pacquiao, outsold everyone. He retired on top, leaving behind a myth that no fighter, not one, could ever match his combination of skill, IQ, and marketability.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
The greatest of all time.
But then came Terence Crawford. Crawford was everything boxing needed after Mayweather's exit: skilled, disciplined, and hungry. He cleaned out the welterweight division. He dominated champions across multiple weight classes. But when he stepped up to face Canelo Alvarez, that's when everything changed.
You know, you said something about what fighters go through, and you've seen enough guys that the game is taken from. It's a hard game to get through. Can you get a better ending than tonight? I mean, really?
Not at all. Not at all. This is the top of the top. You know, Canelo is, you know, an all-time great. Like I said before, he's the last one.
He was the A side of the age.
There's no more Canelos, you know,
So-
there's no more. So, you know, when you look around, you say, I'm the Canelo, you know, I'm the face of boxing now, and I'm the best pound for pound fighter in the world, like I always been. You know, just gotta wait and see.
Everyone said he was too small, that he wouldn't survive the size difference. But not only did Crawford survive, he dominated. He didn't just beat Canelo, he dismantled him. And in doing so, he did what few thought possible. He made the boxing world question whether Floyd Mayweather was still the greatest of this generation.
Terence Crawford had the ability to fight backwards and stay composed, good defense, hands was always up, countering everything that Canelo was throwing at him. He was just a little more active fight. Canelo did hit him to the body, but it was pretty much all Terence Crawford.
I think some of what we saw from Canelo is what he has to resort to now to fight. Maybe he's dealt with some injuries to where he's not as mobile. It's just the pattern that he's put himself in for the last, 6 to 8 fights. That same pattern is why Bivol was able to get him.
He did not allow Canelo to get inside, man. As soon as Canelo would get into that certain range, you would jab him. We didn't see any like lateral moves where he would throw, push off to the side, as we used to see Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo was almost smothering his shot because he couldn't stay at range with him. And Terence Crawford runs off counter combinations. It would be a wider margin if they fought again.
And then came the quote that started it all. Canelo Alvarez, the man who shared the ring with both Mayweather and Crawford, admitted publicly that Crawford was the better fighter.
And lastly for me, champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
That one statement sent shockwaves through the sport. Because for years, Floyd built his brand around one phrase: easy work. Canelo was one of his easy fights.
And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
So when Canelo flipped the script and gave Crawford that crown, something shifted in Floyd. The man who was once untouchable suddenly had a shadow following him, a new name being whispered in conversations that used to belong to him alone. And when your entire identity is being the best ever, that kind of comparison eats at you. So Floyd started to move differently. Floyd began teasing interviews about unfinished business. He hinted that he wasn't done, that he had one more real fight left in him. Not another easy exhibition in Japan, not another influencer matchup, a real fight.
Any chance that you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
Let's own it. Let's own it. It's been talks. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. Not at all. But we just don't know.
And the name at the top of his list was the same one that dethroned Canelo, Terence "Bud" Crawford. For Floyd, this wasn't about money anymore. It was about legacy, about pride, about rewriting the narrative before it's written without him.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
Now.
And that's why the DAZN face-off hit differently. Because when Floyd stepped on that stage with Crawford, it wasn't just hype, it was personal. But before the world gets Crawford versus Mayweather, there's another fight Floyd has to survive, literally. Next April, he's scheduled to face Mike Tyson in an exhibition that has the entire combat world buzzing.
If you could have fought any fighter, any era, who would you have picked that you would have liked to fight the most?
Floyd Mayweather.
I love it. Why?
Huh?
You want to knock him out?
Well, I would love to fight him. I wish he was my weight.
All right, interesting answer.
He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself. He can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Two names that defined eras of boxing, one known for finesse and defense, the other for raw destruction. Now, Tyson's been brutally honest over the years. He doesn't respect Floyd. He's called him arrogant. He's mocked his style. He said, straight up, that if they ever shared the ring, he'd aim to hurt him.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way, too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
I didn't see that.
And now, that's exactly what he'll get the chance to do. For Floyd, the Tyson fight isn't just a payday. It's a test to prove that he can still come in the ring and be the same destructive Mayweather.
Fight that fans will watch for sure is you and Mike Tyson. How's training going, Floyd? Talk to me all about this as you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
You know, the fight is in 2026. We still, ironing out everything, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting for the people and the fans.
Are you going in there to put Mike down and like, hey, this is not, we're going to have fun, we're going to throw a few punches, like I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to fight Tyson?
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting event. And
if Floyd beats Tyson cleanly, the momentum shifts. The narrative becomes redemption. Floyd still has it, but if Tyson lands that one punch and embarrasses him, it's over. The Crawford fight dies instantly. Nobody will care about a 50-year-old Mayweather stepping into the ring after getting rocked by a legend twice his size. So, in a strange twist of fate, Mike Tyson, the man from another era, is the gatekeeper to the Mayweather versus Crawford dream.
The Floyd Mayweather Mike Tyson exhibition fight.
Oh, man, hey, like I say, Mike don't like Floyd.
Appreciate it, man. Mike don't what?
He don't like Floyd. He always talk bad about Floyd.
Who the face of boxing, Coach? Who the face of boxing today?
The face of the boxing?
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is, no?
But why Crawford? Why risk it all for a fight that doesn't even add to his resume? Because for Crawford, this isn't just a fight, this is history. Beating Floyd Mayweather means doing something that no one else in the sport has ever done. Give him his first professional loss.
Yo, yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking.
Oh,
Because Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody. I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
It's the ultimate statement, the one victory that could push Crawford's name past every greatest of all time list. But it's also the most dangerous fight of his life. Because if he loses, that's all anyone will remember. Losing to a 50-year-old Mayweather, no matter the circumstances, would destroy the momentum he's built since the Canelo fight. It's a double-edged sword. High risk, high reward.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
And yet, Crawford still chose Floyd because he knows what it means. He knows that no matter how many titles he wins, no matter how many legends he beats, the one way to truly become immortal in boxing history is to be the first man to beat Floyd "Money" Mayweather. That's not just legacy, that's immortality.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I
Floyd
love you, Terence.
always figures it out.
Yeah, he's a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ and that
The
shit
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out. Yeah, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But you gotta have
Can't
an
say
OG
about
somewhere.
anybody
though.
else. Yeah.
There's an OG
Somebody
somewhere.
got a pioneer, right? Yeah, you gotta.
There's
yeah.
an OG you can't outfigure out somewhere, and I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't outfigure out.
Now, of course, Crawford had other options. There were other big fights on the table, ones that could have kept him active, profitable, and respected without the risks that come with fighting Mayweather. The first name was Jaron "Boots" Ennis.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his prime.
Boots is a young, explosive fighter who's been calling for Crawford for years. Boots represents the new blood, fast, powerful, technical, and hungry. The kind of opponent that keeps legends honest.
Now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. He's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but I'm looking for bigger, better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for,
In fact, a lot of pros, including retired champions, have been begging Crawford to give Boots his shot, to pass the torch.
we don't have anything to talk about. We can talk about Boots. We can talk about a fight between Boots and Bud. I'm on record for saying that fight never happens. I still don't think it ever happens. But there should be something else that we could say about Boots outside of moving up to 154 pounds.
True.
You know, so he got to get busy. And we in September, we looking at one more fight this year from him.
Yeah.
And we should have got 3 fights from Boots this year.
Boots? Is it Boots' fault or is his representation?
You know, it's never the fighter's fault.
Fight.
It's never
the fighter
the
wants to fight. Yeah, for sure.
But Crawford never seemed interested. Not because he's scared, far from it, but because, in his mind, fighting Boots Ennis does nothing for his legacy.
Would you consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
It's a lose-lose situation. If Crawford wins, people will say, well, he beat a young, unproven fighter. If he loses, his entire legacy crumbles overnight. Fighting Floyd, on the other hand, that's a risk worth taking, because if he wins, he becomes the man who ended perfection. It's a legacy-defining move, not a paycheck fight. Boots brings nothing to the table, and that's why Bud is not going to go down that path.
No, he don't bring nothing to the table. He got our leftovers. Why would Bud want to go backwards? Why would we want to go backwards? Bud looking for bigger and better fights, so where he can etch his name in the concrete forever. I don't know, because I really don't look at none of the welterweights since we did clear the division out. I'm done.
The other name floating around was Jermell Charlo. Charlo's been chasing Crawford for months, calling him out, demanding the fight.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the would I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these. I'm with the old school boxing. If they gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me.
But here's the problem. The matchup makes no sense. Canelo Alvarez already dominated Charlo, and Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo. So when you think about it logically, if Crawford already beat Canelo, then going back down the chain to fight Charlo doesn't prove anything. It's like fighting someone you've already beaten by proxy. That's why Crawford's not looking that way.
If you got Jermell, would you say I'm done after that?
Of course, 100%.
What's the thing about Jermell? Oh, I feel like you don't like Jermell. And if
I don't.
You got respect for the Earl. So if you did Earl like that, god damn.
I don't like Jermell for the simple fact that I feel he's a fake individual. I feel Earl is real. I feel he's genuine. I feel like he stand on 10 toes on everything that he say or do. I feel like Jermell is just one of those guys that do a lot for attention. I was cool with Jermell and Jamal and their older brother prior to me moving up in weight. You know, I got messages with he hit me up asking me he gonna pull up in Omaha, and we talking about cars, we talking about all different type of stuff. Once, you know, I moved up in the division, and I understand that they stablemates. He trained with Arrow Coach, and they've been knowing each other for a long time. For him to start bashing me and talking bad about me and saying I'm gonna get knocked out, and, you know, going out his way to say little slick shit about me, I was just like, man, that's some hoe shit.
And that's the beauty of this entire situation. It's not about titles or belts. It's about eras, about who truly stands at the top when you strip everything else away.
It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring them. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Dog, yes.
That makes a difference to people.
Mayweather, the undefeated master of the old world. Crawford, the conqueror of the new. For Mayweather, this fight is about protecting his legacy. For Crawford, it's about rewriting the sport's history books. And the way they looked at each other at that DAZN face-off told the entire story without a single word spoken.
Where does he rank now, all time? Ending this interview.
Number one, and the only one that he got at top is Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford is this generation guy. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishing all the goals that he accomplished.
Matched up? How do they match up, Floyd and Terence?
Hey, I'm like this, man. It's going to be great because Floyd, he's about his work. He put in work. We've been watching it for decades. You know what I'm saying? Him coming out of retirement to do this fight, that's a win for the whole world of boxing. Every generation from Floyd's generation to this generation to get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on. So
that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.